Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Veronica if you're new, and I'm like a mommy, lifestyle, cleaning, vlogs type of channel, and I'm doing something real new for my channel. I am starting a diet series. Now I've talked about this last week at some point about how I wanted to start a new diet. A little backstory behind that is I have just lost all of like my energy. I used to be so peppy and have so much energy, but over the last several months, I think my metabolism is just like slowing down, and the food that I'm fueling my body with is just McDonald's. So I just needed a really big change, because when you have 4 kids, you don't have the luxury of just saying, I'm tired, I'm just gonna go lay down, or I just don't have energy for this, I don't have energy for that, or I just need a day off. Like, that's just not even a thing when you're a mom. You don't get a day off. So I really wanted to just change my diet, and not only for my kids but for myself, because I don't like feeling like this. I feel like I'm really moody. I feel like I just feel heavy, if that makes sense. Now let me just give you a little rundown of my stats, if you will. I am 5 foot tall, even, and I weigh 137, or I started out weighing 137. In this past week, I went from 137.8 to 134 even, and it was just like a few little tweaks that I've made to my diet that, well, even if they're just a few little tweaks, some of them are really hard still. I'm going to get into that, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little rundown of my size. So when I say like I'm really heavy, it's for my body size. Like, my body frame is not a wide frame. I'm a very just petite, slim frame. But I've put on all of this extra weight over the last like year and a half, 2 years. That's just, my body's just not used to carrying around. Before I had kids, or even after, let's just say, not even before I had kids, because I'm never going to see that weight again, I'm pretty sure. But even after I had my second kid, I was still about 112, and I felt great. And, you know, add that up with, as I'm getting older as well, of course things are going to slow down, and I'm not going to have as much energy as I always have, but I just don't feel good, you know? So that's what I'm doing. I decided to do the low carb diet. I saw the magic pill and I was like, I'm doing keto. And then I realized that I'd be fooling myself, and I was just setting myself up for failure to think that I'm not going to have any carbs at all. And if this week has taught me anything, it's taught me how many carbs, or how many things have carbs that you wouldn't even expect. For example, apples. I had no clue that apples had so many carbs in them. Like 27 grams to be exact. That's a lot when you're trying to do a low carb diet. 27 grams, that's a very large chunk. So far this week for breakfast, I would start off with, let me talk about what I've been doing this week to get from 137.8 to 134, which is not that big of a drop, but I was pretty happy with it. And that's not with an exercise routine included in this. And I'm also going to talk about how I felt after I had started this diet. So I started Monday fresh. I always like to start on Monday. Something about Monday motivates me. If I tried starting a diet on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, like it just wouldn't feel right. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that's like that. I don't know. But I started this diet last Monday, and for breakfast, all last week, and even this week so far, I've started this as well. For breakfast, I would have 1 egg. I think a couple days I did 2 eggs, which would be totally fine if you want to do 2. I'm just normally not that hungry in the morning. I would start off with 1 egg, and then I would throw in some cracked pepper turkey breast from the deli. I mean, you could do bacon, you could do sausage, or whatever you wanted, but it was just easier for me to do that. I mean, the lunch meat's already cooked, and you're kind of just like heating it up and making it a little bit crispy. So I would do 1 fried egg, a couple slices of the turkey, and then I do half of an avocado cut up, and then I just put a couple of slivers of avocado on top of my egg, and it was such a good breakfast. I'll insert a clip of what it looked like here. it was very good. It was very filling, and I felt good with that. I still didn't give up my coffee. I took down the coffee creamer a lot. I would still just do 1 cup of coffee in the morning, which that's normally all I need. I'm not a huge coffee person, which it sounds weird saying that out loud because I drink coffee on a regular basis, but I never, sorry, my daughter just came in. Anyways, I never finished my coffee. So even though I normally drink it almost every morning, I don't really ever finish it. But I would just get a Keurig and just do like a coffee pot. I think the last kind I was drinking was like the Donuts Time or Donut Shop or something like that. No, baby, don't do that. So I would just drink that, and I would just add just a tiny bit of creamer. And the creamer that we tend to use is I think it's International Delight, the caramel macchiato, I think is what it is. My husband likes that. I could drink anything, but he really likes that. She just knocked a fan over. Don't. Come over here. Anyway, so that's the kind that he likes. That's just the kind that I always drink. And I also did somebody's gonna be like, really, girl, that's what kind of coffee you like? But as far as iced coffee, I really like, sit down, baby. I really like the Prairie Farms caramel iced coffee or something like that. Dude, it's so good. I think now those are really high on the carb days. So basically the diet that I was trying to do was do like very, very little carbs on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then on Thursday and Friday I could add carbs. And I don't think it was in that order necessarily, but like a few days a week I would do higher carbs, and then the next few days I would do really, really, really low carbs. So on my higher carb days, then I would do that iced coffee, and I would just do mainly just ice, and then just add probably 2 cups worth of the iced coffee into that, so I wasn't really even getting a lot then. Lainey, you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall. I actually had Chick-fil-A a couple times. I know it sounds terrible saying, try this diet, go to Chick-fil-A. But really it's okay if you're doing the low carb diet. I would just go to Chick-fil-A and get a 4-piece grilled chicken nugget and then a large diet lemonade. I didn't get the fries, and really you could even have more chicken nuggets if you wanted to, the grilled kind if you wanted to, because they don't even register on the carb meter. So there's like no carbs in them. And then the diet lemonade for a large, it was like 2 grams of carbs. Now I didn't check the rest of the diet material for that. I didn't check the rest of the nutrition facts for that. But I just have really, last week I was really just fastened on paying attention to carbs only. So a couple things that I learned last week. Apples have carbs. I just didn't realize so many things had carbs. Some of the seasonings that I use have carbs. It didn't even cross my mind. So this week I'm taking this way more seriously and paying a lot more attention to all of like the finer details in the nutrition facts. But it was a big learning curve. Some of the ways, or some of the symptoms that I've had the first few days after eating like this was, I thought I was gonna have this huge burst of energy, and that I was gonna feel great. I just didn't get that at all. Actually, it was quite the opposite. I had a huge feeling of being tired. I was super lethargic, I just felt heavy and drained. And which is funny because that's how I also felt when I was eating the other food, but I didn't feel, I guess I noticed a lot more of this once I started the low carb. I was not expecting that at all. Just gonna be back there the whole time, I guess. So yeah, I really felt tired. I wasn't expecting that I would feel tired, so that was kind of shocking to me. Also, another thing is, I didn't realize how much carbs that I consume, because when I didn't have carbs for the first few days, besides that apple, which, you know, but anyways, when I didn't have them, I craved bread so bad. We had my husband likes to take, I get like a big French loaf of bread, and I cut it up and he makes sandwiches for lunch in the morning to take with him to work sometimes. And last week he had done that, and there was this big loaf of French bread just on the counter, and normally I just walk past it and not even think twice. I was so drawn to that bread. I wanted it so bad. I felt like I've never had a craving like that much towards bread before. Another thing is my sweet tooth went out of control. And although I did not give in to it Monday through Friday, it was still there in like a big way, and I was not expecting to feel that much. So those were a couple things that I went through this week. My end goal, or my goal is to get from the 137.8 that I started at down to about 115, preferably 112, but I think 115 would be good because, you know, then the holidays are going to come around, and I think 115 is a good weight for me in my frame. So this week when I went to the grocery store, next week I'll go over like an exact grocery haul with you. Like I'll do a grocery haul with you on things that I buy and things that I've been eating. But this week I'm just going to show you a couple of things that have really helped with my cravings for bread and cravings for fullness. Because no matter how much, you hold on a second. No matter how much I ate and got full from like meats or salads or things like that, my craving for bread, like I had like an empty feeling from that. Not that I was not eating, because I was definitely eating a lot, but I just had like an empty feeling, if that makes sense. Hi. So real fast, I'm going to show you some of the things that I got this week to help with combating the empty feelings. And also, I don't know if I mentioned it or not because I've tried to record this a couple times, but little someone keeps interrupting the mama. So let me just say that I had not started an exercise routine yet last week because I was just so tired and just drained and worn out. I just had no extra energy. So this week I'm hitting things a little bit harder, and I started working out this week, which I'll share that with you next week after I see a little bit of results. So I started working out this week, so I have a diet and exercise plan that I'm following. And let me just show you some of the snacks really fast, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. So I just wanted to show you guys really fast. These are some of the things. Like I like to make these wraps. First I'll start with these. And the carbs, you're only at, focus. Okay, well, it won't focus, but you're only at like, where does it say? Oh, 15 grams for one of these roll-ups, which is not so bad. And then you can just add meat. I like to add Swiss cheese and salad or some arugula. Really good. Pickles help if you have like that crunchy feeling or want like chips or something like that. Pickles really help, and there is 0 carbs in pickles. So I've been going through these like crazy. If you have like a sweet tooth or you really want a cookie, these pistachio cookies by Nami's, I guess, the thin addictives, these are really good. And the carbs on here are 12 grams for a pack, which I don't even eat the whole pack. I only need to eat like 2 of them and I feel satisfied. And there's 4, and they're like little packs like this, and there's 4 of them in here. Oh wait, does this one have 3? Okay, well some of them have 3 and some of them have 4. Sorry, my son's going through a fit right now because I told him he couldn't bring his Nerf gun to the park. These are really good for a sweet tooth too. These are also good if like you have to run out and you cannot get breakfast. These are really filling. And they're, what are the grams of carbs on these? So this would be like the same as, okay, so this is 17 grams, which is kind of high, but that would that would take care of your whole breakfast. So these are a good option. Also, if you have like a dire sweet tooth, this is my fave. This is a caramel macchiato, and it is right at 15 grams. And I don't even eat like a bunch of this. I'll just have like, let me hide it. Okay, hold on. And I'll just have like a spoonful of that, and that would satisfy it. So these are just some options. Next week I'll give you guys like a full grocery haul. As far as drinks, for my intake, for my height and body weight, I should be drinking about, I think it's 60 ounces or something, or maybe 50 something ounces of water. It's hard for me to drink water. It's hard for me to drink a lot of anything. Like, I am just like a little sipper. Like, I just sip tiny bits of stuff. But I've been really trying hard lately to drink 2 of these, which they're just like flavored water, and it's carbonated. I like the black cherry, and I like the strawberry. The cherry limeade is really good. They're all really good, and they're a lot easier to drink than just plain water if you're not like that kind of person. But I've been trying to do 2 of these, which they're 20 ounces each, and then 1 of these, which is 16.5, and that would take me up to my daily value, what I'm supposed to have in a day for my height and weight.